Sup guys, this is a video I wanted to make for a while. You guys remember how we got Street Fighter Cross Tekken and how we were supposed to get a Tekken version of it, being Tekken Cross Street Fighter? Yeah, so many years passed and there has been no update on it whatsoever. The only thing we got was that render of Ryu, which was basically a Tag 2 looking render, and I really thought that people generally stopped caring about the game altogether. But I was in Rip's stream one day and someone brought it up and I was like, let's be honest, do people even want Tekken Cross Street Fighter anymore? And everyone, including Rip, was like, heck yeah, I still want it. And I'm just there like, whoops. I mean, it could still happen, but I just don't see it. I really think they just put it aside because of how bad Street Fighter Cross Tekken bombed. That game was so hyped up. To me, the only good thing about the game were the trailers they did for it, having the characters talk to one another and having some awesome crossovers and stuff like that was just awesome.
There's money for everybody.
Be gone!
Aw, since when do I take orders from
This place shall become your grave.
But those are just trailers, and not the game itself. The game bombed to me because of the dislodged content. Characters like Lei, Lars, Brian, Christy, and Guy, and I think Cody, were already on the disc on launch, but in order to get them, you had to pay $20 more to get them. If you don't get what I'm trying to say, you know how Tekken 7 had to update in order to include Geese and Noctis because they weren't already on the game, they were added like months later? If Namco had did what Capcom did, it would have gone like this. Noctis and Geese would have been playable on launch, but after you paid $60 for the game, in order to get Geese and Noctis that same day, you would have to pay an extra $20. That's what they did.
If it's on the disc, it's not DLC. Why the fuck is this called DLC? Downloadable content. Content that you download, not already on the disc.
Also, they had like this weird gem system, which basically made the game almost pay to win. It like gave you like certain attributes or whatever. I didn't really get into it too much, so I can't really tell you a lot about that. And they had an overwhelming amount of DLC. Like, DLC is not always bad, but some games they just have a tad too much and just pointless DLC. There was just so much. Kind of like how Dead or Alive 5 did. Also, Tekken players like the main man Swede, they didn't like it because to them, there was nothing Tekken about the game. I think the only thing Tekken about the game was like the tag system. But Tekken characters didn't feel like Tekken characters at all. They were just converted into Street Fighter characters. I really think that Tekken is the better system for the crossover because Tekken has all the movement you need, as to where Street Fighter is limited to 2D, which doesn't allow sidestepping like in Tekken games. I really thought that the inclusion of Akuma in Tekken 7 was the solution to there not being a Tekken Cross Street Fighter, but others disagree and say that his inclusion was a test to see how it would work, and if it goes well, they would go forward Tekken Cross Street Fighter. But people said the exact thing about Eliza when she was announced in Tekken Revolution. Actually, people were saying that that game as a whole was a test for Tekken Cross Street Fighter, like with the invisible moves and the critical hits. But one of the main reasons as to why I thought people didn't care about it anymore is because a lot of people actually complain about Akuma or other 2D characters in general in Tekken 7, saying that they are annoying to fight and don't belong in Tekken. But now that I think about it, I think people are mad that they appeared in a main canon Tekken game instead of a spin-off. Like, it would have been better to save the guest characters for a crossover game. Anyways, what do you guys think? Would you guys still like to see it? I'm very indifferent, as you can tell, but I don't know. Just tell me what you guys think. Anyways, I'm out. See ya.